Okay. So today we're talking about the leverage or compression in different positions. Just playing around with it. So the first one we did was a movement that we've been doing for a long time. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5. I can't count in French. Okay? Meaning we did a compression on the 1. So if this was 7, 8, 1, and we did a compression here, and then we pushed off, coming out, hips and shoulders back together to come out of it. Okay, so we're just talking about being able to come here into that contra body, like going from hips and shoulders together, going from hips and shoulders together, going into the contra body with the flow coming out of it with the contra body, and letting that, keeping the flow obviously with the previous movement. So then we did that with a couple different, with a leverage, excuse me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Boom. Tac, tac, boom, sorry, boom. Nice. Okay? Cool. We're just talking about certain things are easier in certain positions. The leverage might be easier than compression. In that movement, they're kind of both equal, and they're just going to create a very different look. When we do the leverage, where, excuse me, I set weight, it's from this here, this 8 to the 1, okay? Right, I'm just going to create a stretch from here, okay? A stretch from here to here, right? And then I'm pulling it out of that with the flow to still keep the line, okay? Awesome, Sarah. And then we did a cross hand one. We were just kind of doing the same move and switching it up. So we'll do the leverage first. Awesome. Okay. And then we'll do the compression one. Tap, tap, tap. T2, tap, tap, tap. T2, tap. Yeah, I'll do it now. Okay. Yeah, it's also like we're just using the different connections to push off each other. So say I did a leverage and she matched it with a compression. We're still both going to be able to like respond from it, the same as you can respond from it if they're slightly different energies. So you'll still be able to dance together. Just don't panic. And then we didn't do that one. We're going to. Right, we did lollies. So a lolly normally has a leverage and a compression. Leverage, compression. Okay, leverage on the way out. Opening on the in-between and then on this compression, when we have this touch, okay, that's what it has, this compression. So we were just talking about making the different combinations. We practiced that, so the normal one is leverage and compression. So then we did leverage and leverage, okay? So that was leverage and leverage, leverage and leverage, leverage and leverage, leverage and leverage. Okay, so you still have to like take your body to that position and with a leverage, get to the contra body to be able to do the same thing for her, okay? And again, this one is super weird. It's not very natural at all to be doing that leverage on the inside. Just saying it's possible to still accomplish the movement. And then we switched it again, so we did the compression and compression. So we did compression, 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 compression. It's so weird. Yeah. Okay? Pop, 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 pop. Sorry. Spit. In your shirt.
No.
Okay, that's probably on camera. Okay. Just had a chocolate cookie right before. They're very good. And then we did compression, compression, switched it around, did the a compression on the outside and then a leverage on the inside. Okay, so that was the reverse. So both of them were different. So we did, it was, excuse me, right, leverage on the inside, bang, 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 and then compression and leverage and compression and fucking went back to the other one, excuse me. On that. Leverage, compression, leverage, compression, leverage, compression, leverage, compression. Out there, yeah, that one is weird. Yes. Awesome. Okay? Feels super weird. We put it in a couple of other dancing places.
No, the yo-yo.
The yo-yo, right. Okay? So we were just talking about the 3. So in this 3 here, normally there's a leverage. Okay, we'll do it from here again. That's fine. Okay, not this part. We're not talking about this part. We're only talking about the 3 in here. Okay, in here, normally there's a leverage at the end of it, and we pull off of that leverage and release it to get the next movement, okay? So with that one, we've all been doing, right? As you go in, you're leveraging away, okay? And she's doing the same thing, but now we can put in that compression. Okay, so now I'm pushing towards my arm, and she's now, I'm using this here to push towards my arm. So when you come out, I'm going like this as I go into it, okay? We walk that again. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So we're just using those types of things. It looks, I can still get the stop and the release and control the whole thing as soon as you get used to the balance in it. It might not have the overall aesthetic you like, but it will definitely have some ups and downs. And the last thing we did, sorry this is super long, was we were talking about this, putting this in here, put this leverage here, okay? Transitioning to here, and letting that be outside, okay? Just so we could get that change. Okay, we talk about the leverage here, but more importantly on the transition, when this drops down and this stays in leverage here, okay, it's going to ask her to stretch through there. And when it's stretched through there, then we can both pull through it, back from neutral to dance out of it. And then, or when we're going to practice next week, we'll go through this, either open or close with a little bit of leverage, whatever. But on this transition, as I come around, I can drop it to a compression and push off just the same. Okay, but it's just going to have different looks. We'll do that next week. Thank you, Sarah. Ciao,